Okay, y'all. Black by Joan Vassar. It's the Black series. The first book is Black. Um, y'all, I have so many words about this book. I just have so many feelings. This book has just put me on my ass. But I need to start out by saying to Miss Joan Vassar, I apologize. Every preconceived notion I had about this book was all the way wrong. Because it took me a while. I of course I bought it because Jakobi, and then it was historical. You hear historical, and I was like, been there, done that. Not really my thing anymore. And then I was like, it's set in the slavery era, and I'm like, ooh. I don't think you can be romantic with that. So I had all these mental blocks around it, and even once I got into it, it took me, 2, 3 times stopping and starting, just because of all the mental roadblocks. My mind couldn't get wrapped around that this was going to be okay. But it's more like, that saying, you can't see the forest for the trees. Slavery is the forest. It's the background, it's the setting, it's the time and place that we're in, and it's the way of the world. But y'all, the trees. Y'all, the trees are just everything. Fuck the forest, y'all, the trees. Joan Vassar and Jakobi Diem present this epic love story saga for the ages. But first of all, let's start off by saying kudos, hats off, bravo to Jakobi Diem, because Joan Vassar worked his ass off. Baby had 9,722 characters to voice all by his lonesome, and he did the damn thing. Because, I was so worried, but what this is not? This is not trauma porn. These people are not victims by any stretch of the imagination. There's no wallowing. There's no, she doesn't just get down and dirty with all the horrors and the tragedies. But what it is, y'all, what it is, to me, it's almost like, it's like a reverse Taken or a Taken type thing. Because, Black is a descendant of Nate Turner. The running theme through the plot is, they're escaped slaves, and so there's hunting and catching and and some revenge going on. If ever a book needed to be a movie, this damn book needs to be a movie. Common sense, which ain't common, is that despite the people who survived and endured this lifestyle, they're still people. And there's still people who love each other and get married or jump the broom or whatever they were allowed to do, who had agency and whole personalities and were whole human beings outside of the fields and the house and the horrors of the time. They never stopped being people. And Joan just zeroes in on the humanity of Black love. There are going to be, if there aren't already, TED Talks and town hall meetings, because Joan Vassar just outlines, just describes and shines the light on so many aspects and facets of these people. The onion layers to this book, y'all, and all the different relationships are just mind-boggling. But the things that stood out to me were the relationships. Black and Sunday, y'all. He is just everything swoon worthy and strong and protective and loyal and a little bit dangerous that you want in a man. He's got the weight of the world, the responsibility of his people, and the way he loves Sunday is just swoon. I mean, he is just everything. Their teamwork, the way he uplifts her. He teaches her, he wants her to learn how to read. He wants her to learn how to shoot and protect herself. The love story, y'all. Just, to watch her come into her womanhood, because she starts as a young girl, and then, she's got to get used to being free and used to being the woman of the son of Nate Turner and all the responsibility that bears. And that's the thing. It all boils down to, She is his safe place, and it is only with her that he can be vulnerable. They are just a man and a woman in love and trying to navigate and comes to terms with that vulnerability of being in love. And y'all, don't get it twisted. It may be a historical, but y'all, Joan Vassar does not skimp on the sexy. This is full out explicit. Baby, what they don't do with a bathtub and a fireplace, y'all. Yeah, this is not for the weak of heart. There will be no heaving bosoms and what ripped bodices here, ma'am. So no, they gets down and dirty with it. It is just y'all. Yeah, it's going. I think this might be why crotchless platoons might have been a thing. I'm not sure. So for me, it is the representation and the normalization of love, and in particular, Black love. You know, I grew up with a community like Black and for independence. You know, I come from strong, independent, loyal, protective Black men. You know, my brother, my daddy, my uncles. I know in my world, you mess with any of the women and children or kinfolk, and as my daddy's fond of saying, that's how you wake up dead or you come up missing. I'm not sure how you be coming up and missing, but what you don't want to do is fuck around and find out. Okay. You know, Black men being loving, Black men taking care of their families, Black men loving Black women, is not anything out of the ordinary. And I love that Joan Vassar just showcases it as that. The fact that she gives Mama so many different layers. She shines the light so respectfully. You know, she has this relationship with the slave owner. You know, she's a whole complicated goddamn woman. Him recognizing that his mother is a woman. And then, you know, her realizing at a certain point, you know, he's a man. When they escape for freedom, he does this Jakobi's narration, y'all. It's just so flawless here. But he tells her, you know, she's never been off the plantation. It's their turn. They're going for freedom. And he tells Mama she's got to go. And she doesn't want to be a burden, you know, doing what mamas do. Just leave me alone and I'll be all right. And he puts that bass in his voice and he's just like, I will burn this bitch down. I will set the livestock on fire. Mama, get in the wagon. And you can just see it. And as a mother of a son who thinks he's, you know, that dude, but don't get it twisted. We can still cut a swear, partner. Just ring the bell anytime you get ready. But that point in time when a mother has to come to the realization that her baby is a man. So bottom line, I left this book, just so full of love and hope and energized and just, you know, ready to protect my family and my man and my people and my neighbors and in love with love and life and just everything. She walked this balance beam and never wavered, y'all. And you can tell anybody who's listened to this because it's a place you don't want to leave. This is a community you want to be a part of. I'm ready to go. I'm at my front porch. I got my gun and my horse. I got my Sunday go to meeting clothes on. I have probably fixed more than one pot of greens and cornbread during the listening of this book. And yeah, platoons might be making a comeback, y'all, for real. It totally takes you there. They gonna circle back around and get me because I'm going to Fort Independence. It's another train coming and I'm gonna be on it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my husband. He gonna have to learn how to build a house or do some horseshoes or something. You cannot be a lover of love and a lover of romance and not experience the epicness of this book.